Okay, hello. Sorry I haven't posted much videos lately, but I just wanted to say a couple things. Thank you so much for 300 views on YouTube. I couldn't have done without any of you wonderful people. I've been playing other games other than Hearthstone, but ever since the new expansion came out, I was waiting for the new expansion before I would start posting videos again. But we'll see. I think I'm gonna start posting videos on the weekends like I used to. It's just, I don't know. Other games, stuff like League. But anyways, new expansion was leaked today. Pretty interesting. So there's two new mechanics. There's a magnetic, where you can either play magnetic, where you can buff a minion. You give it the stats and the text, or you can just play it as a minion. But I believe the magnetics can only go together. And then there's a Omega, which is happens once when you have 10 mana crystals. Okay, so there was 5 cards leaked. Biology Project. It's a Druid, 1 mana, cost card. Each player gains 2 mana crystals. I mean, Druid gets another tool of ramp. But the main issue is you also give your opponent 2 ramps, so you know, especially against like mid-range and tempo decks, giving your opponent 2 mana crystals is pretty scary, especially if you go first, you play this, your opponent's gonna have 3 mana crystals. So, you know, your opponent could play a fletchling and what are you gonna do? I mean, I guess it allows the Druid to ramp insanely well. I mean, giving Druid more ramp is pretty disgusting. I mean, like, it allows them to get to ultimate faster, ultimate infestation, spreading plague. If you give your opponent a bunch of mana crystals, they're gonna play a bunch of minions, and you can spreading plague and just build a wall. But seems like an okay card to me. Do I think it's gonna be valuable? Probably not. It's just if it was like give yourself 2 mana crystals, it'd be broken. But you give your opponent 2 mana crystals, so it's kind of like a toss-up. It can be impactful and it can't, so we'll see. Okay, so this is a 3 mana 2/2 Spider Bomb. It's a Hunter Rare. Magnetic. Death Rattle. Destroy ram enemy minion. Seems like okay minion. I mean, the destroy a random enemy minion is pretty significant, especially I think what Crip used in his videos. You have like a Harvest Golem. You attach it to that. That becomes what a 4/5 with 2 pretty okay Death Rattle effects. Like, this is pretty insane, Death Rattle. Do I think that this may be valuable? Maybe. The Death Rattle is pretty nice, especially since, this could kill like a Deathwing. I feel like this would be possibly more of an arena card than anything. It's just what the main things we've seen from Hunter is Big Hunter that plays like big beasts. Mid-range hunters, so like Baku, like maybe like Emerald Spellstone Hunter, which is mid-range, like more just mid-range hunter with like just mid-game beast stuff like Bear Shark, Houndmaster. This really doesn't fit it. It's decent removal though, but may possibly see play, but I don't know, we'll see. Myra's Unstable Element. I feel like more of arena than anything, but constructed, maybe not. We'll see. I mean, it's really hard to judge cards based upon until we see more. Myra's Unstable Element. 5 mana rogue card. Draw the rest of your deck. Seems okay. I don't know. It's just I really don't think this card will ever see play. What we've been seeing is like, why would they need to draw their deck, They could mill their deck, especially if you get this in your starting hand. Like, what are you going to do with it? If anything, you would just run, like, Prep Sprint. I mean, that's, like, the only real thing. Like, well, the thing is, if you draw the rest of your deck, you can mill cards, you can start fatiguing. Unless this rogue has some special interaction that we don't know about. I mean, I guess like tempo rogue, guess maybe, if you want to push for like like it's late game and like the game's almost over and like you have maybe like 6, 7, 8 cards left. Maybe you play this in a tempo rogue, but even then, I don't know. It's just like, especially like the only time you would like go into the late game is if you're playing like control decks. And, if you just like span the bar like, you know, a warlock is just kind of twisting nether and your board's gone, then you're pretty much game over. But I don't know. See, Macy play. I think it's like Mill Rogue. Maybe I could see playing Mill Rogue. Even then, I don't know. We'll see. But I don't think it'll be really constricted valuable. Okay, 3 mana, 3/3, Electro Storm Surge. It's the Shaman Legendary. Battle cry, your next spell this turn casts twice, and it's elemental. So, seems like an okay card. I feel like the two main decks we've seen from Shaman recently are Even Shaman, which this does not fit Even Shaman, and Shutterwalk. It could be used in Shutterwalk. You play like a second volcano, especially if your opponent has like a super big board. Could be really impactful. 30 damage to the board. I mean, there's sometimes a volcano doesn't necessarily clear, so But anyways, you could like double lightning storm. It's just, I mean, it possibly might see play. We'll see. But like, I really just don't understand. Like, it's not like a battle cry. It's not like Murmur. I mean, the only real impactful this card will have is like Lightning Storm. The thing is, like, if you play Volcano, this thing's gonna die. Healing Rain, maybe. But even then, like, Shutterwalk is. I guess you can even run like maybe like a tempo deck. Lava Burst. That's like what 10 damage right there. So pretty interesting card though. I'm just trying to see where it'll fit into the current meta. But we've seen like I said, even Shaman and Shutterwalk Shaman. Like those are the only two decks. I've seen maybe a couple aggro shamans, but even then, just seems okay card to me. Maybe they can pull some insane combo. We'll see. Okay, so Omega Defender, 4 mana, 2/6. It's an epic. Taunt and his Battle Cry. If you have 10 mana crystals, which is the Omega effect, you have to have 10 mana crystals for it to trigger. Gain plus 10 attack. Yeah, I mean, like, a lot of ramp decks, control decks could use Omega cards to their advantage. What I initially thought was, I don't think that the Omega cards are going to be really good and constructed. I mean, 4 mana, 10, 12, 6 is pretty nuts. That can kill a Deathwing. But the main issue is, like, if you're facing, like, a Baku Paladin, they have, like, what? Raid Leader, like, all they have to do is trade, like, 2-3 Silverhand recruits, and they can pretty much just get the board back to normal. So, plus if they have, like, Evolved, like, you can even have, like, you can have, like, Argent Squire, or even, like, Righteous Protector. You bust a Might It, like, and you trade. Like, it's not necessarily tanky. Maybe if it was, like, gain 5/5, 5 stats, like 5 attack, 5 health, that'd be nuts. But like, I feel like it's probably better like maybe like maybe a control deck or even a ramp deck. Like Druid, I feel like Druid could use this pretty impactfully. It's just like what 99% of the decks you see on ladder are aggro / tempo decks. So they have insane mid game cards that can deal with this. Like Scalebane, like can destroy this. Like you buff like a 1/2 mana card, this thing can just wreck it. So I feel like maybe Jared could use these cards impactfully. Maybe like control decks, arena cards. I mean, it would be a nuts arena card, especially like the games don't. The games last a while in arena because you want to try to control the board. So, like I said, it's really hard to judge, but it just doesn't seem constructed quality to me. Crip said it may see constructed, but I don't think it will. Plus, you even have stuff like Sunkeeper that can just completely destroy this. So, I mean, Sunkeeper turns this to a 3/3, so yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Like you like hard removal too, like Vile Spines, Silence, like oof. But anyways, that's it for me, and don't forget to pre-order the expansion. You can get Mecha Jiraxis for $80. You get there's like I believe it's $49 or it's $50 for like 50 packs, or it's and you do get the pre-expansion. Every time you order a pre-expansion, you get a card back, and then you get like X amount of packs. Well, you get a golden legendary this time, but if you order the 80, you get Mecha Draxus like right now. So, and the expansion is due August 7th, so a day before my birthday. So, yeah, we'll see. Cards seem okay to me, but nothing too appealing right now. Maybe like Electro Storm Surge. That's about it. I mean, the cards I initially thought were interesting, but after I like examined them, they just seem okay to me. But anyways, that's it for me. Have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.